Good morning. And Happy New Year. Yes, you know that. And everyone look new. Some of you have new hairstyle. You got like new hairstyle. Okay. Sometimes I can't believe we reached to 2014 this quick. I feel like this 2013 was so fast. And I feel our foundation day event was just maybe 3 or 4 months back, and then immediately after that we had our True Father's Sunwa anniversary, and it maybe because of many events we had, many programs we had last year. That's why probably we feel that very quick passing one year to next year. Maybe 2014 can be even faster. Sometimes we just, like last year, 2 weeks before, we had an ACLC event here. Then Reverend Sykes was giving a small talk. Then he kept telling that now we are finishing 2003 and let's time for that, and now we are approaching 2004. First when he said 2003, I thought, maybe he's joking, then he's going to change. Then again he said 2004. Then somebody said, oh, Reverend Sykes, it's already passed. Oh, okay. It's sometimes I also feel like those years, like 10 years back, feel like maybe a couple of years before. Just time flies. That's life. And again, yeah, Happy New Year. I want to start off with our motto of the year. We received from True Mother on January 1st, and that says, let us become true owners of Chorel Gug, who practices true love in resemblance with our Creator, the Heavenly Parent. And that is the motto we received on January 1st. And it's really telling us, we feel like we listened to that many times before, but in order to really exemplify that, in order to substantiate, we have to really think about that very deeply. What is true ownership? And many times true ownership is sometimes we feel absolutely just waiting for someone to tell you something and do it or follow that absolutely. But as in this today's reading also we say, True Father give us, God give us choices, God give us intellect, and so God give us will also. So we have the power to make decisions, we have the power to compare which is good and bad. So it's up to us to really become true owners. We have to plan ourselves and we have to do by ourselves. And I feel this time we are starting a new year and we are finishing off, we already finished 2013 and then we are in 2014 now. So as the true owners and as the true owners who really inherit that true ownership from God and true parents, we have to set our goals, we have to set our priorities, and we have to finalize from the very beginning what we want to achieve this year and how we can achieve that. And I believe most of you know about the famous book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I remember 2 years back when I started working here, Katya we led one small group. Wasn't it Highly Effective Teens? Huh? That was a book, they had a book club and they were leading. It's kind of very similar, and out of this, this is one book I liked a lot. For many years back, I read that, and then Stephen Covey wrote books like 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, Highly Effective many things. Anyway, out of this, one of the habit I feel the most important is put first things first. That is about prioritizing our life. And I feel that is the most important thing we have to do in the very beginning of the year. And in this one, according to him or according to anybody, what are the first things? For us personally, the first things are the things we like the most. We give the most importance to. Sometimes these are our families. Most of us consider our children as one of the top priority. And sometimes our work, sometimes church life. And many things we prioritize. Sometimes some people think making money should be the most priority, then other things can follow. And so many priorities. And here, I believe, by making that priority, by making our own priority to give the maximum importance to reach in the beginning, we are organizing our life from the beginning, so that it is maximum chance to attain that, so that there is a most likely we will achieve those goals. And as we listen from this today's hundred reading, and True Father quoted one Bible passage that is from Revelation 22:13, and it says, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. And I believe these words are many thousands of years, at least 2000 years before we received. This is, I think it's a red part of Bible. It's supposedly by Jesus, and most of the passages Jesus whispered are from passages from Old Testament. And these words are there thousands of years. And God is saying, I started everything. I was the original starting point of everything and the first thing of all universe. And I am the one, you finish everything. So I believe God is the most priority in our life. At least it should be. And as we start this new year, if we prioritize like that, we will be able to really achieve some greatness in our life. And I really want all of us have that personal relationship with God in this new year. As if this is the first week of the year. From now onwards, I'm not saying we did not have that relationship so far, and I'm sure all of us had this personal relationship as individuals, as families, and as a society, as a community. We had good relationship with God. But I want to encourage all of us to go a little further, to go towards a higher level, so that we can be better, so that we can be much better than the previous year. And here, I want to quote one passage from Luke 12:8, and it says, I tell you, whoever acknowledges me before men, the Son of Man will acknowledge him before the angels of God. And this is a promise God has given to us. And Jesus confirmed that to us. And this promise is telling us that if you give priority to God, if you priority to your higher being, if you give priority to your Creator, and Creator will acknowledge you even higher than the angels. At that time, angels were supposed to be above human beings. And this is what Jesus is telling us at that time. You give importance, most importance to God. And God should be the most important thing in your life, most important being you have a relationship with, then I will put you at first of everything. And this is what I feel we should have in the beginning of this year. We need to have that, confirm that relationship with God, deepen that relationship with God. Rest, everything will follow us. Once we have that, everything is coming as an automatic thing, naturally follows that relationship. And many of us have that relationship, as I just mentioned, but some of us may be doing that through hunduke, some of us are manifesting that through prayer, and some of us through relationships, and especially hunduke and prayer, almost all of us do that. And anyway, if any of you don't do that, please start that habit. It's a great habit we have to do. But again, more than that, I want to suggest you some practical points in the beginning of this year, which can help you greatly to achieve your goals in your life. And as we are starting this new year right now, I sincerely feel that in order to have a right start, in order to have a really good jump start right now, the most important thing we need to have is that a grateful feeling towards the past. And a grateful feeling towards what we had last year, what we gained last year, and what we received last year, or even what we did not receive last year. We might be hoping for something to achieve last year, but we could not achieve. So still we can be really feel grateful feeling towards that. Some of us kind of really had a, sometimes like just as right now we might have set a goal in the beginning of 2013, which we could not, maybe you might not be able to, you could not achieve that. Still really be grateful. And by doing that, we will be able to attain greater things in this 2014, and we will be able to live a life without any grudges, without any bad feelings in this year. So, whatever happened in the last year, submit to God, submit to true parents, and whether it may be some gains, whether it may be loss, but most of the time the apparent, the visible loss things we like. Sometimes we feel we lost something, but it can be a greater achievement in our life. And some of us might have suffered something, and some of us might have like financial problems, maybe losing a lot of money, or maybe losing a job, or even all those things. Let us really try to overcome those things, so that we will be able to really start this new year, this first week of the year, with a rightful attitude. Let's think about what do we like. Sometimes there are certain things, no matter how much we try, no matter what we try, even to like some relationship problems, and some of the things we really wanted to have that we could not, those things we can never forget. It comes to us again and again. But if we really bring that in front of God, God, this is in me. I have that attachment towards that. But I really wanted to have that. I could not. Think about that kind of moments in your life last year. Or something even like somebody hurt you very badly, and which you could not overcome. Many times it happened to my life personally, and I believe all of us have that kind of problems. And if you have anything from last 2013, think about that. And now let's all together, let's submit that to God. Then let's start this new year with a really, really grateful attitude. Let us be really totally submit this to God as an offering, as God give us tremendous gift, so that we will be able to go towards this new year and we will be able to make a better year, much, much better than last year. Much, much hopeful than last year. And with that saying, I want to go towards my second point of the sermon, and which is like have a positive attitude towards self. And that is another one very, very important thing we need to have in our life. Many times we all are from many diverse background, and when we are here, sometimes it's like we are totally dropped off into some new world. And when I came here in the very beginning, I had that kind of feeling. But if we truly understand ourselves, if we truly understand our value, we can really attain great things. And one of the most important thing always we see in all kind of self-help books and all the motivational speakers and everyone talk about is have a positive attitude towards self. Be really proud of yourself, have self-esteem. I'm not saying to be kind of trying to boss around other people or try to be the boss of everyone. No. And many times, I feel we are, because of our humbleness, because of our good attitude, we became so inwardly we think like, I'm not capable to do anything. I'm not worthy to be even in front of God. I'm not even worthy to talk to other people. And that kind of feelings come to us. And that's actually, it's not just from our own self. It's like a satanic feeling trying to kill us. In reality, God gave us different type of gift, different type of capabilities God has given to us. Some of us are good in music, and like our band today leading music. Actually, it was really, really nice. And let's give a big hand to these worship leaders, music leaders today. They have that capacity they are using, and through that we are actually able to make a better worship service. And that's because someone able to recognize and they are ready to stand in front of people and to perform that. And only if they recognize and they are ready to do that, that's possible. And same like that, some of us may have capacity to teach, and some of us may have capacity to do like maybe clerical things, like write down things while in meeting, and some of many different type of things. Really aware of that. You all have those kind of capacity. Some people are good in preparing things, and we all are here because we have amazing power, and God recognized that. True parents recognize that. That's why they handpicked us. God and true parents choose us from thousands of people, from billions of people. We are like maybe a handful of people. We have maybe a couple of hundred people join here just because God and true parents trust in our capacity. Thank you. God and true parents believe in us. So, if we don't believe in us, we are saying like, God, you did not do a good job. You did not create me as enough. And you didn't give me, like, I always had like a kind of feeling that I cannot sing. That's true, I cannot sing, always. Even this morning. But I get excited when people sing. And then every morning, every Sunday service, I get calls from my wife. Because I start singing very loud, out of key. Then always my kids and my wife tell me, be low, don't do that. And one of my things I always felt, oh, I could never sing. If I could sing, I could have done great things. And but in reality is that God gave me different type of abilities. I don't need to worry about that. If I think if I cannot do anything because I'm not able to sing, what can I attain in my life? I can do many other things. And just once we be proud of what we can do and we do it, then we are really responding to God, saying that, God, you give me this capacity. You give me this caliber. You give me this power. I want to glorify you by using the power, by using this ability you have given to me. And let's really do that this year. And we all are amazing people. Sometimes I talk to some of our brothers and sisters who doesn't really talk much. And some Sunday services, after Sundays, I talk to some of our brothers and sisters who joined many years back. And when I listen to them, I can see they did amazing things. And they were doing some of them started big businesses for our church. And some of them started created a good manual for teaching DP or teaching many other things. And which are sometimes we don't even know about that. So these are amazing gifts God has given to us. Let us really proud of those gifts God given to us, and let's really utilize that this coming year, so that we can really glorify God, so that we can really make God and true parents proud of that. And again, as the third part of my sermon, I want all of us to have a positive attitude towards other people. And I believe only if we have a positive attitude, only if we recognize our own power, then only we can recognize others. Many times we don't recognize other people because we are kind of so much worried about our own capacity. And we all have that our own capacity. And in order to validate, you have to really recognize other people's capacities too. Be really open to everyone. Sometimes in our community, we all are from hundreds of countries and hundreds of different cultures. And sometimes other culture feels I can't understand that why people do that. And why sometimes we feel why people talk in public. We can feel that. Because here, this country, very naturally people talk, and in my culture, we never get a training for public speaking. And that is something not so many people can do. Here I am sometimes really amazed in schools, even from the young age, children get good training and so they can speak. But that can become, we most of us come from many other diverse cultures, then we feel oh, they are talking too much. And one time I had a meeting here, we had around 8 to 9 people, and one of our brother told me, you all are talking too much, let me talk now. And in reality it wasn't any talking too much, but we have to talk all the time, without sharing, without talking. How do we know each other? How we know what is the opinion of other people? And it is totally fine to disagree with other people's opinion. And if you don't like that, just express that. Just tell other people. Don't really keep that in mind, saying that, yeah, I don't agree with what you said, but I don't want to tell you that. But most of the time, it's better we express that. So without any anger towards each other, without any hesitation to each other, talk each other. That's what we do in families. That's what we do in good friends. Good friends do that towards each other. And let's do that. Really affirm each other. Let us have a good relationship this year. And also sometimes we feel trust, and not even God, we can have a good relationship. Sometimes we feel, even God left me alone. And in reality, that is most of the time because we don't want to talk to other people. And I had an interesting experience one time in winter 2005. I was in Korea. I remember that 2005 just because that was around the time my second daughter born. I was in Korea, and anyway, right after she born, I went to Korea then to attend two birthday celebrations. But lucky enough, as I reached there after 2 or 3 days, I realized I got chicken pox. You know chicken pox, it's kind of very terrible disease, which it will go away naturally if you just stay at home. But it's so kind of itchy and very bad. And I'm in Korea with really cold winter, with even hat and all kind of winter clothes. I cannot even take out that. And my whole body has this bumps coming, and I feel to scratch around and I can't do anything. Then anyway, I had to go out of country. I immediately decided I should go back to India. Then I changed flight schedule, and I'm waiting in Incheon airport for my security check. Then one Pakistani person came and sit with me the next seat. Then as soon as he came, he said in our local language, actually India and Pakistan, in northern India and Pakistan has same language. They have different names, but same thing. And then as soon as he asked me, hey brother, do you speak Urdu? Then we say for Urdu, we say in India it's called Hindi, but same language. Then I say, yeah, I speak. But I didn't really like he came to me because I was so tired. Then he was so happy to meet me. He said, hey, my brother, I didn't meet any people from our land for last 5 years. And if Indians and Pakistanis out of our country, we feel like we are from same land, same country, so we immediately get together and talk each other. So he was working there in Korea for almost 5 years in some remote village in a small company, and he was talking, and then I wanted to really avoid him. And I thought, why he can't stop? Why he can't let me alone? And I didn't want to tell him I had chicken pox. That's also something I'm trying to hide myself, like put on my boot. Anyway, but he kept telling me, and then he started talking about how bad Korean food is. And anyway, for him, because he is Muslim, and in Korea, almost everything based on pork. So he said, I could eat only grass here, nothing is here, and also in Korea, beef is so costly. And so I think maybe he survived just with rice or something. He was talking and going on and on. Then I thought, better I leave this man. He is not going to leave me alone. Then I said, oh, my friend, I have to go to bathroom. Then I picked up my bag and I went to bathroom. And I wasn't actually going to bathroom. I went to other corner of the airport. Then I see, after 15-20 minutes, I see he's walking around. He's looking for me. And I said, oh my God, he's a real nuisance. I don't want him. I don't want to talk to him. Then I went inside one McDonald's and I sat in the corner. And then right before, he couldn't find me inside that McDonald's. And then then I went out, I had to go to security check, and while I was in the line, he found me. He came and, hey, my brother, I was looking for you, where were you? And I said, oh, I went to that bathroom, then I also was looking for you, but I couldn't find you. I kind of lied. Then the next thing he did, it was shocking for me. He take out something from his pocket and give it to me. That was my wallet. And actually, that wallet has the whole money I had. That was, I think, around $1,800 or $2,000, or in $100 bills I put into my wallet. And he was looking for me all over the airport to give me back that. And here I'm thinking that he is a nuisance. Why he is bothering me? Why he is coming back behind me? I don't want to talk to him. And I'm hiding from him, and he is looking for me. Then he found you that. I became really speechless. I said, my God. Actually, I didn't tell him I was hiding from him, but I was almost in tears. And then, anyway, immediately after, I had to go into the inside, and that never, I can never forget. And always I think about that. Always, whenever I see people who I don't like, or it's difficult to relate, I always think about him. Then I felt, this is the way people are. Most of the people, sometimes people come to us and talk, and we don't want them to talk to us many times. But they are coming to us with a tremendous gift, a great gift. God has something to give to us. Sometimes we repel people, we avoid people. Through that we are actually avoiding God. And for me, it was like that wallet with the $2,000 in that. Sometimes God has even bigger, much bigger things. Each and every person sitting here can give it to each other, can give it to other person sitting with you. And that's the world, that's the way world function is. Without you, if we are expecting something miraculous happening, and something miraculously God coming down and give it to you something, that doesn't work that way. Here, all the people here we have, God created for us. God created each and every one of us for each other. And that's the way family function, that's the way our church is supposed to function, and that's the way society functions. And that's why, in order to really attain that, in order to really make that thing work, really respond to your brothers and sisters. Really respond to people outside there with an open heart. Keep an open attitude, no matter what their shape is, no matter how they talk, no matter how they behave to you, but still, they have something great to give to you. And I want to just mention one more incident happened this last Christmas Day morning. And my daughter Maria, the second daughter, she thought Santa Claus is really real. And she... Yeah, anyway, Onishi-san also thought that. Onishi-san was, until he became almost 20 years, he thought Christmas is the birthday of Santa Claus. And he told me that last Christmas Day, it was kind of fun. Back to my story. Then Maria wrote a long letter to Santa. Then she kept in our below our Christmas tree. Then we got up in the morning. Then I saw Rani took that letter. Then I didn't know that it's Maria wrote that. Then she read the letter. Then she told me that if she doesn't get a reply, she would be very sad. So let me write a reply. So Rani very quickly wrote a reply. Then after some time we made breakfast and then we wake up our kids. Then as soon as she woke up, Maria came to the Christmas tree and she got her letter. She read that. She was very happy. Then after 1 minute she said, Ammaji. Maria, my kids call mother as Ammaji. That's kind of, anyway. Ammaji, what's this? Did you write this? Look like your handwriting. Then she got so angry and upset. She doesn't even want to have breakfast. She said, "You cheated me. You all together, you all made a plan together. And I don't want to do this. I don't want to eat anything today. I don't want to come for the breakfast and lunch." Actually, we invited our neighbor Chamorinia family for breakfast. So she said, "No, I don't want to come. I don't want to eat anything today." I was so upset. Then Anna said something, my older daughter, some very nice comment. And she said, "Ammaji, actually I know that Santa is not real, but Santa is real as a spirit. Santa is a spirit. No, Santa doesn't have a body, but that spirit go everywhere. And spirit go to all people's mind. Then Santa tell all of us to buy gift for other people and write letters for everyone. And that's the way, that is Santa. That's real as a spirit." And as I thought later, that time I just thought about Santa. Then I thought, I read John Samuel in beginning part when we talk about God. Father said, the incorporeal God needs a body. And I felt that's the way God functions. In each and every one of our life, we sometimes wait for that God who comes like until recently we thought like that we all had that, at least in my mind, I always think about that Michelangelo's picture of that old man God, and he is giving, maybe dropping gift from heaven or miraculously doing things. But actually God comes to us through our brothers and sisters. God stimulates our brothers and sisters, and God stimulates each and every one of us. Then once that stimulated feeling of God, when we do things, that's the way God functions. And that's the way we create a heavenly kingdom, a heavenly society, or heavenly families, or become a heavenly person. And we really have to, in order to really achieve that, really be open to other people. Listen to other people. Listen more than you talk. Sometimes we really want to get in and tell them what we think about and what we know. But try to listen more than we receive, more than we try to give. Receive the guidance and listen to that. And here, I want to read in the beginning of this year. I want to commit to these points, and also I want all of us to really commit everything, whatever we receive, whatever going on in our life, to God. And here in one of the Old Testament passages from Psalms, Psalm of David, 23, 1-6 says, a Psalm of David, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in paths of righteousness for His name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. And you anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows." And this is the promise of God. When the King David was going through difficulties, and after he realized what he has to do, he promised to God, "God, this is what I'm going to do." And in return, God stimulated him. God gave this. And I believe, as individuals of Unification Community of New Jersey, as the families of Unification Community of New Jersey, and as a community, As the unification community of New Jersey, if we keep this attitude, the Lord is my shepherd, and true parents are our shepherds, and we will be in right place, and we can achieve whatever the goals we have in our mind with my capacity, just with our brothers and sisters' capacity, or our community's ability. We cannot do until and unless we submit everything to God. We invite God to guide us in everything. Until and unless we invite God to lead our personal life. When God becomes the leader of our personal life, God becomes our own personal shepherd. And God becomes the shepherd of my family and each and every one of our family and community's shepherd. We will be able to really achieve that. And the great pastor of humanity, God and true parents, they will lead us towards the right path. They will heal our soul. Whatever we were going through, whatever the difficulties we were going through, they will heal us. With that complete healing us, that complete freedom, we will be able to attain great things in this year. And we will be able to make a complete victorious year. And I want to finish this today with these 3 points. I want to remind you one more time. Be really grateful and believe the promise of God. God promised that He will take us to good pastures and good places, and He will promise us healing, and believe in that promise of God and be grateful to God and be grateful to true parents. And again, recognize the blessings and recognize the talents God has given to us, and to keep a positive attitude towards us. And with that, let us be a channel of God to other people. Let us be a channel of God within our community and within our families and even beyond the community. We as a community, let us be a channel of God to the larger society, the whole people in this state, to the whole people in this country, and let us be a channel of God's love to all the people of the world. And through that, we will be able to make this world a wonderful place where each and every one of us will be happy, and where each and every one of us will be always looking to meet for each other. And thus, we will be really able to make 2014 as a special year. God and true parents will be proud of. And we will be able to make this 2014 as the best year in our life. Way beyond better than all the times we had until this day. Let us make that. Let's make 2014 as the year. Let us glorify God and true parents and make it the best year for God and true parents. Thank you.